damaging is this to Belichick's legacy?
Skip, it is what it is. Spygate happened, and it happened on his watch. And there's no question in my mind, had one of his assistants not turned Coach Belichick in, he will still be doing that to this very day.
One of his ex-assistants.
One of his ex-assistants.
Eric Mangini,
yes.
One of our guys.
Yes,
yep.
Turned him in.
He was then the head coach of the Jets.
Right.
Yep.
He would have still been doing it to this day.
He would have.
Even though the NFL asked, if you are taping signals from the sidelines, cease immediately. You are allowed, if you do it from an elevated perch. They sent out the memo to all 32 teams. Coach Belichick says, I don't care. And even after Coach Mangini said, Bill.
He called him the week of the game.
He said, Bill, that thing that you do, just don't do it to me. Let that sink in. Me and Skip, man, we think we doing our thing. You know, Skip, we robbing bank. Hey, Skip, you know what? I'm going to go straight. I don't want to do that no more, Skip. I got me a little bank, got me a nice little establishment going. I'm doing the right thing. Skip, keep doing what you're doing. Just don't hit my bank. F you, Shannon. I'm going to hit your bank at noon tomorrow. Guess, hey, FBI, there's going to be a bank robbery.
You'd sell me out?
Yeah, I'm going to do just...
Great.
That's what happens.
I can't trust.
No. I told you, I ain't going to turn... You don't hit my bank. Rob all the rest of them in the area, but just leave mine alone. Skip, look, I still believe Coach Belichick is the greatest football coach in NFL history. But it's fair to bring this in. The Deflategate also happened on his watch. And so, yes, as Jenny mentioned, the delivery isn't a joke. Skip, there's seriousness in a joke. You know, there's truth in a joke. A lot of times people disguise the truth in a joke. But if you read carefully, if you like, he for real, though. And the thing is, Skip, is because in Spygate, who benefited from that? So it complicates Tom's legacy because he benefited from having the defensive signals. So he gets brought into some things that it wasn't like Tom said, hey, man, y'all go out there and tape those signals. That did that at Coach Belichick's request. And, Skip, remember what, a couple of years ago, they were up in Cincinnati taping Cincinnati. And then when they get caught, you talking about, man, I can erase this. Why you, of all the things that you should...
That was just blatant. That was from the press box.
Thank you, Skip. Okay. Why you taping? You know you're not supposed to do that. And then talking about when he got caught, I'll erase it and, you know, just all go away. So for me, Skip, yes, I believe, Peyton Manning is not the first to believe that the Patriots locker room was bugged. Marty Herney, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he the general manager, Skip, of the Carolina Panthers? He believed that. The Rams,
they thought that their walkthroughs got videotaped the day before or even the night before the Super Bowls. The first one against the Rams, second one against Carolina.
And this is how we know it was true, because one of Coach Belichick's assistants brought that same bull jive to New England, from New England to Denver, and took it on the road to London. And Mr. B was so upset, rest your soul, Mr. B. He said, I cannot have this on my watch, and he fired him immediately.
Josh McDaniels.
Yes. So this is very real. Peyton Manning and other people around the league believe that they have done things, and all this, Skip, it ain't cheating if you're not trying until that cheating happens to you, and then you wish they hadn't tried it on you.
Okay. For the record, this is not the first time Peyton has said this publicly, because I believe he said it to Peter King.
Yes.
I've read it at least once before, if not a couple of times before.
Yes.
And those words to a reporter like Peter King, the great Peter King, those are legit words.
Yeah. Coach Dungy said it also.
He has. Tony Dungy has said this publicly. We were convinced that we were bugged.
Right.
Ryan Clark, friend of mine when I was at ESPN, for years he had told me every time that Brady and Belichick beat them, they were convinced that the Patriots got their signals out by hook or crook, however they got them. So the point is, even though Peyton came across as a little bit of shtick last night, like he was having fun with it and like laying it on a little thick, there was truth between the lines because he said it without any shtick before. So I just want our viewers to let this sink in. This is Peyton Manning. Some regard him as the greatest quarterback ever, the smartest quarterback ever, the greatest audible caller, Omaha ever. And he is saying publicly on Monday Night Football that Bill Belichick was cheating.
Right.
He was convinced he was cheating, that there was a hot mic in his locker before the game. We cannot discuss anything in front of my locker.
Skip, that man understands that his words carry weight. Ooh. His word is gold.
God, that's gold standard right there.
So he doesn't take what he's saying lightly. And like I said, there's truth in jokes. You go to listen to all these comic shows, and they've said in a joking manner, but there's truth into what they're saying.
There's rage in what they're saying. Yes.
So for him to say that and to repeat it, Skip, it's not like he said that and says, well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. He's talked about this openly on several different occasions over the course of years.
But he picked the biggest platform he's ever had, with the largest audience ever listening to him, to drive home the point again. And it was random, out of the blue, because he was making a joke about, wait a minute, Detroit must have bugged our conversation last week, you and Eli, you know, me and Eli. And it's just like what happened to me at the Patriots. It's a big left turn. But he wanted to do it, and he did it, and he went hard at it. So, to your point, Spygate happened in 2007, and they just got busted, caught, convicted, right? And then somehow the tapes mysteriously disappeared. I don't know what happened, but whatever.
Because they normally show you, Skip, if there's a drug bust, if there's a drug raid, what do they do? They show you the evidence. They show, okay, we got all these guns, we got all these drugs, we got all the cash. They put it on the table, let you see it. Okay, there's a chop shop. They let you see some of the cars that they recovered, some of the parts that they recovered, so forth and so on. None of this evidence. So if Skip, if we go to
the guns laid out, right?
So Skip, if we go to court, and the judge says, okay, this is Exhibit A, this is Exhibit B, this is Exhibit C. Okay, we in court. The judge is like, okay, present your evidence.
It's gone. We had it.
You got no case. They gonna throw you out if you got no evidence, Skip.
Okay. So then we move on 7 more years to the 2014 season, and it's just after AFC Championship game, and Deflategate happens. And I'm going to defend my guy Tom Brady on this, because that was halftime of the AFC Championship game on a cold night in Foxborough. And
when they confiscated the football.
Yes, they did. And I don't know about ideal gas laws and how much the football shrinks in the cold, but the point was, with a properly inflated football in the second half, Tom Brady threw another party and went 12 of 14. This is the AFC Championship game against the Colts. 12 of 14 for 131 in the second half and 2 touchdowns. And then obviously with properly inflated balls in the Super Bowl, in the fourth quarter against the Legion of Boom, Seattle Seahawks, he went again, he went 13 of 15 for 124 yards just in the fourth quarter, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And you know what happened at the end. Obviously, Malcolm Butler saved the day. But Tom was extraordinary in that fourth quarter with a properly inflated football.
Well, Tom didn't need to do that to the Colts. He could have had a bowling ball. He could have been throwing a bowling ball. They could have been running with a bowling ball up under their arms. And they were going to beat the brakes off the Colts as they did.
But Tom never said anything but, I like mine inflated to the lower end of legal. The lower end. I like it a little bit softer. Aaron likes his balls hard.
Like
big overinflated footballs. And there's a range that they allow it to be. I don't know the exact
I think it's like 13 PSI, maybe 12 and a half, but 13 PSI, I think.
The point was, Bill Belichick went completely out of character on the Saturday before they left for the Super Bowl, after Deflategate had hit the fan. It's a 2-week before the Super Bowl. Called his own press conference in New England, gathered both the New England and the national media together, and basically said, don't look at me, go ask my quarterback about over or under inflated footballs, Go ask the quarterback.